Bitcoin is extremely divisible. I mean, that's the benefit of dividing nothing. When you're dividing nothing, it's very easy to divide it. I mean, gold is something, so it's a little bit harder, but it's not, it's still very divisible. But I don't think Bitcoin is sound money for any future, whether you say it's a electronic or a dystopian, whatever, however the future is. I think gold works in any environment. I think gold works better in a digital future because the internet, electronics improves gold's properties with respect to the characteristics of money. So gold will work better in a digital future than it worked in an analog past. I mean, it is very compatible with that.
In an era of digital transformation and volatile financial markets, economist Peter Schiff champions gold as a superior and enduring investment. His perspective highlights gold's unique characteristics, distinguishing it from emerging digital assets like Bitcoin and emphasizing its tangible nature, historical resilience, and practical utility. Gold has historically demonstrated remarkable stability, surviving wars, economic crises, and systemic risks. Unlike digital currencies that lack intrinsic value, gold offers a tangible store of wealth that has maintained its significance across millennia. Its ability to withstand complex global challenges reinforces its reliability as a haven asset, even in an increasingly digital future. Beyond its historical credibility, gold presents compelling sustainability advantages. Recent research suggests that incorporating gold into investment portfolios can reduce overall carbon footprints, particularly when strategically paired with equity investments. This dual functionality as a crisis-resistant asset and a potentially sustainable investment enhances gold's appeal in a risk-conscious modern economy. Schiff argues that these characteristics make gold a superior asset to digital alternatives like Bitcoin. Its tangible nature, multi-industry applications, historical consistency, and proven resilience position gold as a strategic investment that transcends technological trends and economic fluctuations. The rarity and extraction complexity of gold contributes significantly to its value proposition. Its scarcity ensures continued demand and provides a reliable mechanism for wealth preservation. Moreover, gold's exceptional malleability enables its use across diverse industrial sectors, including electronics, medical technologies, defense, aerospace, and automotive manufacturing. Schiff emphasizes gold's unique and practical applications. He highlights that gold's scarcity and distinctive characteristics ensure sustained demand, which remains essential for industries like jewelry and technology. Jewelry remains a testament to gold's enduring cultural and economic significance. Approximately half of newly mined gold is dedicated to jewelry production, with nearly 78% of annual gold consumption ultimately finding its way into decorative and wearable forms. Before we dive into this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and share these videos with your friends.
Bitcoin is extremely divisible. I mean, that's the benefit of dividing nothing. When you're dividing nothing, it's very easy to divide it. I mean, gold is something, so it's a little bit harder, but it's not, it's still very divisible. But I don't think Bitcoin is sound money for any future, whether you say it's a electronic or a dystopian, whatever, however the future is. I think gold works in any environment. I think gold works better in a digital future because the internet, electronics improves gold's properties with respect to the characteristics of money. So gold will work better in a digital future than it worked in an analog past. I mean, it is very compatible with that. You're making an argument just because we have a digital economy that we don't need real money anymore. We can have fake digital money. And, there's nothing unique about Bitcoin. You say Bitcoin is the only thing. There's tens of thousands of other tokens that I could create, that have been created, that will be created. There is nothing special about Bitcoin that anybody else can't copy or replicate. All that it has is that it has more people who believe in it right now. You have more, I guess, computer capacity behind it, but that could change. I mean, the odds that anyone's even going to care about Bitcoin in 10 years, I think are pretty low. It's been around for 10, 13 years. It's been a big bubble and people have gotten rich buying and selling it, right? The people who got rich bought it a long time ago and they're rich because they're selling it out to people who bought in later. But the people who are buying in now think they're going to get rich, but they're not. They're just the exit strategy for the people who got in years ago and who are cashing out. So to have all this, put all this faith and confidence in this one digital token and ascribe to it all sorts of properties that it does not have, or say it's in any way unique, when it's not. Really all it is it's old. It's a pyramid, right? It's just dressed up in the trappings of the digital age, but it's no different than chain letters. I mean, I call it a blockchain letter, because it's actually a chain letter on a blockchain. So it's It doesn't possess these characteristics that you're ascribing to it. Gold has a lot of other applications, especially in the digital age. There's a lot more uses for gold today than there were 1,000 years ago. And we're going to continue to invent new uses for gold as we evolve, because gold has very unique characteristics that you can't find in other metals that are needed. And of course, it's very scarce. So, the price is going to be high for that reason. But Bitcoin didn't substitute that. There's nothing you could do with the Bitcoin. At the end of the day, there's no real demand for Bitcoin. As I started at the beginning, even though I may not be a jeweler, there is a jeweler that's going to need my gold at some point in the future. I don't have to use it, but I can store it so that somebody else could use it in the future. Well, when you have Bitcoin, you can't do anything with it now, and nobody will be able to do anything with it in the future. The only thing I could do with my Bitcoin is give it to somebody else, and that's the only thing they can do with it. You pass it around like a hot potato. There is no underlying use for Bitcoin because it's just a string of numbers, just an electronic string of numbers that are been tokenized. But that's it. I mean, people collect them. It's like people have Bitcoin collections, and they hope they're going to make money as collectors. They hope somebody's going to buy their collection for a higher price than they paid. But that's not money.
Peter Schiff asserts that gold is real money, highlighting its portability. An ounce of gold worth nearly $3,000 is compact and practical for most individuals, while even significant wealth can be stored efficiently due to gold's high value in a small form. Historically, gold has played a pivotal role in the international monetary system. Around 550 BC, gold coins were first struck on the order of King Croesus of Lydia, an area that is now part of Turkey. They circulated as currency in many countries before the introduction of paper money. In contrast, Bitcoin represents a modern digital alternative with its advantages. Its verifiability, portability, and divisibility have made it an efficient transaction alternative to fiat currencies. Its network effects are strong, and its liquidity continues spreading worldwide. However, gold is limited as a medium of exchange. It lacks the divisibility, portability, and network effects needed for modern transactions. Transporting large quantities of gold across borders is impractical and often risks confiscation. Let's get back to the interview.
First of all, Bitcoin is money. I mean, gold is money and Bitcoin's not. So, you've already sacrificed money. So you can either have real money that's portable or you can have Bitcoin that's also portable. But the reason that you should have real money that's portable is gold is very portable. I mean, you put an ounce of gold in your pocket, that's almost $3,000 at today's price. And it's small, right? So most people, they can have all their wealth in gold and carry it around in their pockets. It's only when you're like a billionaire and you're talking about having all your money in gold that you're talking about needing, suitcases for your gold as opposed to just your pockets. But for most people, gold is very portable because you concentrate a lot of value in a very small place. But you can easily, it's hard to store, $100 million worth of cattle or oil or sugar. But $100 million worth of gold actually doesn't take up that much space. So it's still very good. Yes, Bitcoin is more portable because, again, you're porting nothing. If I have nothing, yes, I can it's very easy to transport nothing. It doesn't have any weight, doesn't have any physical dimensions, doesn't have anything. Although what I can do with gold that also makes it portable is I can have my gold in a vault somewhere where I can assign my ownership to somebody else. And so the gold doesn't even have to move. All that you have to port is who owns it. Right. And so you could do that with gold. So from that respect, too, gold is extremely portable so long as you have a secure place to store it. Yes, you don't need that with Bitcoin. I get it. It's decentralized. It can self-storage. But that's because you're storing nothing. There is no cost to store nothing because there's nothing there. I don't think Bitcoin is money because I don't think it qualifies as money. And it's not really used as money. It's used to speculate with. People buy it because they think the price is going to go up and they're going to get rich. People don't own money to get rich. They earn money from their work, their labor, and they save money, but it's not a lottery ticket to get rich. But which was the characteristic? Was it portability, you said? Scarcity. Yeah, gold is very scarce in nature. Gold is not made by man. Gold was created during the Big Bang. And so the gold that's here is the gold that's here. And you could look at historically, the supply of gold grows quite slowly over time, maybe 1 or 2% per year, which is similar to the growth of the population of the world. So gold is scarce, and that's one of the reasons that it's expensive, is because it's scarce. But it's also scarce and valuable. See, scarcity in and of itself doesn't make something very valuable. There has to be a lot of demand. And so the reason that gold is expensive is not just because it's scarce, but because it's scarce and it has properties that are extremely valuable and desirable, and that are not easily replicated, with other commodities. And so a lot of people want gold, but they can't have it because there's not that much of it. And so the price is high. And so it's one of the reasons that it works well as money, because you can have a lot of value concentrated in a very, small quantity. You don't really have to worry about all of a sudden some huge inflation coming. You're not going to have a massive discovery of gold that's going to be so enormous that you're going to diminish the value of the gold that already exists.
Gold and Bitcoin serve distinct purposes in the financial world. Gold's enduring value, rooted in its history, scarcity, and ability to store wealth compactly, secures its role as a trusted asset. However, its lack of portability and practicality for transactions highlights its limitations. In contrast, digital solutions like Bitcoin address these challenges, offering efficiency in modern exchanges. Both assets reflect the shifting dynamics of wealth storage and utility in a changing economic landscape. Do you see gold maintaining its historical dominance as a store of value, or will Bitcoin's digital nature give it an edge in the future? Share your perspective in the comments. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights and updates. Thanks for watching.